There you go. So you don't know niggas. You don't know black people.
You have to go to their house to know them?
Yes. If you don't go into a person's home or person's village, how can you know their culture?
In LA, we don't really go to people's houses.
LA ain't black, it's Mexican.
We got a lot of Mexicans, we got a lot of blacks too.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is you really don't know black people just listening and talking to you.
Now this one right here is one for the ages, man. We got Charleston White grilling Adam22 on No Jumper about being in the black culture, man. Charleston White grills Adam22, say, bro, you really don't know nothing about our culture now that I'm sitting right here in your face talking to you. But Adam had some strong points as he punched back. But, man, we all know when it comes to a talking match, man, Charleston White is hard to defeat, man. And I know everybody and their mama is about to watch this. So make sure y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe, and hit that hype button as we get right into this debate between Adam22 and Charleston White on No Jumper. Let's get it.
So I come in an era where we heard about get the man, attack the man, fall and slip in the man stove, play on the man. The gangbanging shit didn't come to 89, 90. By that time, we already got a foundation. Right. So gangbanging is not in our hearts. That's why it's easy for us to quit after so long.
But isn't gangbanging just a response to being in extremely dangerous conditions in which you need to group up with other people in order to do battle with other groups of people?
Then why didn't the slaves gangbang?
Probably just wasn't really available to them as an option, right? They were slaves.
Well, based off what you just said, don't you need other people to group up with other people to fight other people? So once we became free in the
there were slave rebellions, right?
No, it was very few.
Yeah, but because they're oppressed, they have no weapons, they have no money.
So once we got free and got weapons, why didn't we group up in gangs then?
I mean, they were probably more focused on assimilating into the culture that they had just gained their freedom from.
No, they never assimilated. They couldn't.
Well, they probably thought that it was more accessible than it ended up being.
They never thought that. My grandmother's 80 years old. She never told me they thought that. She's still alive. My pops is almost 8. They never thought that.
But why did your grandparents not group up and go to war?
Because it's never been about getting in the gang. It's about building your family.
But when we say gangs, we think about gangs fighting against each other, not like fighting against the people that are controlling them.
Sure we do. When I think of gangs in New York, those people fought against each other. Those were white people, Italians, Irish. They wasn't.
The mob. Them are the real gangsters. What you think the word gang come from? Gangsters. The gang. Listen, man.
Black. And they were way more dangerous and violent than these today's gangs.
Don't you think about that? So much of that is because it's like we accept the structures within our societies, and most of us don't really feel as if we have the power to control the society we live in.
Black people do not accept the structures of society. That's why we go to jail for committing financial crimes. That's why when we go to school, we don't pay attention in class.
Right.
That's why we go to ISS. That's why we get kicked off the football team, because we don't fit into the structure. We have way more power. That's why we sell dope when the white man say we can't sell dope. That's why we pimp and go across the state line when he say don't. So we have the power to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
It just is not legal for us to do whatever we want to do. But when it comes to breaking the law, I think we might have the record, man.
The power, but it's like most of us don't really think about the world as if we're going to be able to just commit crimes until we change the social order.
We do. It's called ball till you fall. We got music that teaches ball till you fall.
But isn't that the opposite of what we're talking about?
No, that's
balling until you die.
Well, you're trying to make sense of people who don't have sense. And I'm saying, no, our people had greater sense than what you're trying to give them for. Well, don't you think? No, our people thought greater. They built Black Wall Street.
Why are you saying people who don't have sense?
Our people built Black Wall Street. Gangbangers don't have sense. They can't build nothing. They can't manufacture nothing. Black people created some of the things that's mostly been invented, from the stoplight, the cotton gin. What you mean? We didn't think to create gangs. We thought to be free under worse conditions. So we're under better conditions. We're freer. Why would we join gangs and they didn't?
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of minority groups in our country that didn't really like gravitate towards the whole gang thing. But then there's a lot of non-black groups that did. The mafia.
Well, we never had a mafia because we don't want to be gangsters. Gangsters extort themselves.
And when he say the mafia, you got to realize those guys come from Sicily/Italy. So they was a minority when they came to America and started that because they had no leeway, just like the African Americans. So they created their own government, the mob, bro. La Costa Nostra. Trust me, I know all about it. Hit that like button.
Those black people never extorted one another. We had a community.
LA kind of known for extorting one another.
But
Back in the day, that's what he's saying, Adam22. But now, that's what they doing. Them blacks are extorting one another.
Before gangs started, you got to think all the black people that came from the South that built Watts, California, all them vibrant black towns, all them vibrant black places in LA before gangbanging started. Why them people didn't gangbang and it was vibrant here then?
Yeah. No, that's a good question for sure.
You know why? Because their children didn't have a struggle. The gangbanging children didn't come from gangbanging because they was in impoverished conditions. They could walk the neighborhoods and go get an apple off the tree.
But don't you think that the gang shit is like a reaction to just feeling hopeless in your life in general? Not necessarily that you're being like violently oppressed on a day-to-day basis.
When I look at them niggas in prison and they join the gangs and they fighting and what they fighting about in jail, catching phase, they don't look hopeless. When they don't hear talking about how they live their gangbanging life, they don't look hopeless. They seem like they're bragging about it.
It's just the outside looking in. People that's thinking it's the way people brain are functioning, bro. Outside looking in. When you see these gangbangers, they outside, man, 9 times out of 10, they having fun. They don't realize they're hopeless until they see that they are not moving. And that's around the age of like 24, 25. That's when they start thinking a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But as youngest, bro, we might think they hopeless just outside looking in. But they're not thinking that.
Pride in it.
When I go to the hood,
they got love for it.
When I go to the hood and I see like, you know, a group of 16-year-old kids sitting around in an alley just like waiting for somebody to come through so they can shoot at their car, these are people who feel hopeless. They feel as if there's no college career path for them. There's no way that they're going to be able to go get a high-paying job and be able to make 6 figures a year.
Have you done a qualitative study to talk to them and see why?
I mean, this is obviously anecdotal, but these people don't really pursue those opportunities. I'm telling you why.
You're saying, obviously, from some kids sitting in the, you saying, alleyway waiting to shoot at a car. Why they not robbing the bank? If they're hopeless, why they not robbing the bank?
Probably because they just view that as being like having a very low, small chance of success.
Why not rob the local guy that's selling weed? Why not be breaking into a house?
They probably do that. Breaking houses, that's very common.
So why sit in the alley to wait to shoot at nobody? Why not go get a job?
Well, it's part of being a gang. You got to protect your area, right?
No, I've never heard that, ever.
For real?
I've never heard that.
I mean, the motherfuckers are patrolling for that purpose.
No. They're
See, now, that's where I don't agree with Charleston White now. You hear all them gang members that come up on this platform, bro, they protect their hood. Anybody that looks strange that walk through that hood, bro, they own them. Especially if a person of their own kind or own color, bro. You can be black man walking through that black neighborhood, they gon' check you. They gon' see what's up with you. If you say the wrong thing, they own your ass. Now, that's the only part I didn't agree with Charleston White right here, but let's keep it going, man.
They're patrolling to extort each other.
I would say more often than not, they're patrolling to just protect the block.
So how about this? How about you wake up and go spend some time with those 16-year-old kids? See what condition that their home life is. See what they do when they wake up in the morning, and tell me how hopeless they is if they got a phone.
I already kind of know what they do. They hang out in the neighborhood.
Well, you sound like most typical arrogant white man that try to look from niggas from up there. See, you didn't grow up down here to really know. You're making speculations.
Well, I'm making observations based on my life experience.
Well, your life experience don't fit into the black spectrum because you're looking from afar with binoculars.
But I think most people would say the last 10 years of my life, I've been pretty deeply immersed in the black experience, right?
When the last time?
I will give him that. Now, he's been in them hoods. Now, he's not been hanging out in the hood, man, but he's done surrounded himself with straight gang members. Might not be directly on their turf, man, but he has some contact with these neighborhoods now, bro. Pay attention.
You had to when the last time you sat at a black table and ate black food? In a black household.
I have been to restaurants with black people.
I didn't ask you a restaurant.
We don't go over to people's houses out here.
There you go. So you don't know niggas. You don't know black people.
You have to go to their house to know them?
Yes. If you don't go into a person's home, a person's village, how can you know their culture?
In LA, we don't really go to people's houses.
LA ain't black. It's Mexican.
We got a lot of Mexicans. We got a lot of blacks too.
Yeah. So.
I think it's 4-1 Mexicans over blacks out there. I'm not for sure, but if y'all from Cali, let me know. I'm pretty sure Hispanics are more populated out there in California than any other race. Let me know what y'all, if that's true or not in the comment section.
Basically, what I'm saying is, you really don't know black people just listening and talking.
Just because I haven't been to their house to eat dinner?
No.
So we can't just like go to Denny's?
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Stereotype. You hear that?
You say observation, but where are you observing from?
Going to people's neighborhoods, doing vlogs and shit.
There you go. So you go into their neighborhood and you figure these guys is hopeless, but they got their cameras on.
It's not like I think they are hopeless. I think they feel hopeless.
No, they don't feel hopeless. They feel good. They feel high because most guys are high. Most guys are on drugs. And when you get drunk and you get high, the hopeless that you feel goes away.
I mean,
now
if you're a
numb.
16-year-old kid smoking weed and numbing yourself all day,
you're not hopeless.
Pills and
you're not hopeless. You're having fun. It's not. You're having fun. Most kids are experimental.
Yeah, but you're having fun in the moment by doing something that's kind of separating you from the more long-term opportunities.
It's fun getting high, guys.
Right. If you start popping perks every day in high school, you're not probably on the path to...
Man, them kids not worried about bills. They not worried about nothing, bro. They empty-minded. They don't got no care in the world. So no, they're not hopeless. Right now, they getting high. They feel like they doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? They feeling good. They want to have fun. They enjoying themselves. So now you can't really say that they hopeless. They might end up being hopeless from outside looking in. Get what I'm saying? But let's keep it going. If that sound right to y'all, man.
Becoming a lawyer,
well,
right?
that has nothing to do with you coming on the path to becoming a lawyer. You're not hopeless if you're getting high every day. For one, you got money to get high. So how can you be hopeless and you got money to get high?
There's a lot of ways to get high that are pretty inexpensive.
Well, if you can get high, you're not hopeless. You're doing what you want to do.
I would say getting high leaves you just as hopeless as you would be otherwise.
When you're hopeless, suicide is on the option, not getting high. When you're hopeless, suicide is on the option, not getting high. But getting high is for recreation.
A lot of drugs are kind of like
getting high
out suicide,
no.
If you start doing fentanyl every day, isn't the end result?
People not taking drugs to commit suicide on a daily, though, Adam. That's what you failing to realize. The fentanyl, people not taking them pills with fentanyl, letting them just say, oh, I'm about to take this fentanyl to see if I'm going to die off it. No, they're not doing that.
You dying?
I know some motherfuckers want to get high every day with fentanyl. They want the fentanyl just go make them die and come back to life like Michael Jackson was doing every night.
Right.
Michael Jackson was loving doing that profile, going and coming back. It's a motherfucker want the hair run and go almost called the overdose. Wow, that's where they going to go buy it from. Yeah. They want the deadly dope. It ain't because you're depressed and hopeless. You want to feel good. This is what you like to do. You enjoy the feeling. Come on, man. It's called choices and decisions. Your conditions don't determine your choices.
But a rational father.
And I'm only speaking on the young people now. The old people... The older people, they get high for different reasons. Now, don't mistake me for saying that all people get high just for recreational. You know what I'm saying? Older people get high just so they can take their mind off the sorrow and the things that's going on in that moment, bro.
Is not going to sit around and do Percocets all day because he feels like he has an opportunity and he has important things to do. Those are the things that stop people from just sitting around doing drugs.
I know some guys get high every day and get up and go to work. I know some white boys shoot dope, do perk, smoke crack, do cocaine, and they the best goddamn lawyers you can find. So I do know some fathers get high every day. I know some mothers come home from teaching school, fix the kids' food, get high and drunk every day, and she's a loving mother.
But isn't the kid or the career a reason to not get that high?
Nope.
It's hard to be a good dad if you're getting
I know some motherfuckers get up loaded. We watched a real life movie of an airplane where Denzel Washington was a pilot getting high every day. Turned the plane upside down, landed the motherfucker perfect, then got high to go to the court hearing. Real life shit.
Snakes on the plane.
No. This is a real life story. It's a real life story of a real pilot who went to jail, served time, got high again to get normal. It's some people have to operate in their normalcy, getting high, and they are functional at this.
Well, I spent most of my life smoking shitloads of weed, and I've been very successful.
We're not talking about you, though. We're not talking. No, I didn't spend most of my life smoking weed.
But you've been smoking a lot of weed since you've been successful, right?
I've been smoking weed, since I've been successful.
And you've been able to manage it. However, I somehow think that if you started snorting fentanyl every day, that you'd probably have a harder time.
I don't know. I know people that snort fentanyl. I know people that get high.
And those are probably the people who are able to do it to some sort of level that isn't going to destroy their lives.
There's a such thing that you learn if you understand alcohol.
One thing about Adam now, he can speak though. Don't just like make it seem like he just automatically losing this debate. Now he has some strong points in this month. Y'all pay attention now. This is a good one right here. I know I know Adam22 is loving this right here, and the numbers is going crazy. Y'all hit that like, hype, and subscribe, bro.
Alcoholism and drug addiction, there's such thing as functional addicts. Most people are functional addicts.
Yeah.
Facts. Big facts.
So, yeah.
Even functional fentanyl?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do a reasonable amount. And a lot of people don't. I think I would have a hard time doing this job if I was doing fentanyl every day, but I could probably work at Amazon.
Where I'm from, most fentanyl addicts die in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Kodak Black and them ain't dead yet. He say he f***ing with the fake perks.
Yeah.
It's fentanyl and everything. It's fentanyl and everything. So any hard drugs you doing, nigga, I know motherfucker been doing hard drugs 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
All right, man, we gonna cut that right there, man. Y'all know, man, Charleston White, man, he letting Adam22 have it, but don't just think that it's just gonna be an easy landslide, because Adam22, he know how to speak. He been wanting Charleston White on his platform for a long time, and Charleston White is coming with everything right now. You think Adam22, he's not sweating. He liked the pod, man. This been a dope podcast right here, man. I want y'all to get in that comment section, though, man, and let me know what y'all think about this conversation that they were just having, man. I don't know, just keeping it real. We're gonna call a ball, a strike, the metaverse umpire, BT Scoop. I'm out.